Our own quaint mystic, Blessed Julian of Norwich, sees our Blessed Lady as a young damsel, and hears these words, "Lo me, God's handmaid." She was tiny, but on this day she is great. Her queenship is what is merited by her littleness. My soul magnifies the Lord, and therefore she deflects the glory in the right direction. Pride is the false appropriation of that glory. Humility is the honest recognition of the glory, but its correct orientation back to its author. When it gets stuck in the way, we participate in the original sin of the demon. And that manifests itself by insistence upon our own rights and precisely our own glory. The little soul doesn't insist. Why? It matters little what others judge and say, when the vision is correct and when one has in mind the last word, and who is the judge, and who have to be judged along with us. If we anticipate that judgment and want it right already, then our vision is suffering from short-sightedness. Much peace is gained, much quarrelling is averted by merely having a correct vision of where the glory lies and who it is that we're trying to please. The demon saw this creature that would be the greatest of all, whereas he had been the greatest of all. Lucifer was the bringer of light. Lucifer was the second after God. It's easy to see how actually he failed the test, for he was not given that fullness of beatific vision until that test was going to be passed, and it was not. He would have his own kingdom, and he thought he'd get all the angels. We know what happened. St. Michael was not the brightest angel, but he was made, and he was given great power. At this battle we cannot possibly imagine. It's only way after it's happened that our first ancestors arrive on the scene of time. Our Blessed Lady is the second Eve. We know that this couple did exist. For one reason, we know that alas, Cain, the firstborn, didn't make it. As well as being the first made by the human couple, he was the first lost in eternity of mankind. We know that from exorcism. His voice has come out. I am Cain. Alas, jealousy. Beware, my lord, of jealousy. It is the green-eyed monster that mocks the one it feeds on. And this notion of jealousy and envy is linked with the false notion of glory. It's all intertwined, and all the spiritual illnesses are linked with each other. Knowing souls is a whole art. It comes with listening for hours on end to many, many, many souls. But the illnesses of the souls are profound issues, and one can't fix a bit of a soul. Many ask for a blessing when the soul actually is still in grave sin. It's cosmetic stuff. The soul itself must be fixed first. Blessed Lady could but be the maximum when one thinks of her role in redemption. Theotokos, birth-giver of God, the link, the one who gave him humanity, that is, the possibility of having a human nature. And all was in a word, let it be. And that word is awaited by the angel on bended knee in our case too. Right now, grace is tapping. Will you accept this grace right now of the present moment in the form in which it manifests itself, not the form you want it to manifest itself in? If so, grace then can have its effect. If you want another grace which is not there right now or on offer, and miss this one, then you will miss that moment which will never come back. The Lord is a God of surprises, and his angels can also be human. The bell can ring. How will I receive that person? The test then is concrete. Hic et nunc. Am I free to say yes to this form of God? Diffuso es gratia in labis tuis, procedere benedicite Deus in